my crazy wonderful life, and today I'll be talking about the time I got robbed or scammed $1,200. It was probably a week before I got married and my car blew up. I just paid it off. I went to one of these sleazy buy here, pay here now car rental place, and I got a car there. And I paid it off a lot earlier than I should have, but I got my tax back and I wanted just to get the debt over with, gone, you know. So I paid it off like $3,800, and the next day they got my car in the shop and they removed the device that was in it. It had like a device, so if you don't pay, then it's not, your car isn't gonna start up. Well, they took that device out, and the next day, literally, the next day, I was driving and it was at the stoplight. It just stopped working. It shut off on me. I didn't know what was going on, and I later found out it was something to do with the oil, and I had to scrap it. It was no good. So at the time I was on home health aid and I needed to get to work. And it was a week before I was supposed to get married, so I just didn't know what I was gonna do. I just paid this dang car off, $3,800 down the drain, plus all the other money I've been paying on it. So I paid over $6,000 for this car that's no longer good. I only used it for like a year. So I needed a car fast. And my husband, my fiance at the time, he just got into town because he was living out. We was looking on Craigslist, and I posted an ad saying I'm a single mother, because at the time I was a single mother, and I needed a car, and I needed one that works, you know, and I only had $1,000. And this guy contacted me. So stupid. I was like so naive. He contacted me, and he said that he worked in a car dealership and that he'll find me a car for $1,000. Later on, he boosted the price up to $1,200. I didn't have the $200, so I had to get a loan from my bank, and I had to pay $40 in fee to even get the $200. So here I am, out $240 plus $1,000, and so I got the money out from the bank, and we meet him in a car lot, a car dealership lot. It was like a little ice cream shack with cars around, you know, kind of sleazy. It was in Dayton. So we got there early, and we went to the wrong car dealership lot, so we was looking at cars there, and finally he texted us like, hey, where you guys at? And we meet him next door at the other car dealership lot. So here we are looking at this car. He test drove it, so he drove us around. Stupidly, I didn't test drive it. I should have. Well, he had the key to test drive it. He had the keys to get in the building, so we thought it was all legit. Well, so here we are. We said, yeah, we'll take it. And we end up, you know, going into the building. He asked me, stupidly, we was so stupid and naive. I was with my fiance at the time, you know, now my husband. But we went into this little shack, and he's like, okay, well, we need to fill out this paperwork. Just hand me the money right now and we'll fill out the paperwork, but we can't tell how much you actually gave me. So we are lying on the form because my partner, he had a partner. So the real guy who owned this car lot, we believe like they gang up together to scam me. But anyways, he's like, he doesn't know that I'm selling you this car this cheap and whatnot. And before, I did get a good deal on Craigslist. I did buy a car for $1,000 when I was in my early 20s. And everything went wonderfully. It was a good car. But that car later on the road broke down. And I believe that I could trust him and I shouldn't have. Don't trust no one, especially don't trust anyone on Craigslist. But anyways, when I bought my first car on Craigslist, the couple was really nice. I was stupid and naive at the time. Still, I got the car and they said, well, we'll mail you the title after we got it signed and legit. And they had the title. It was a real title. But never leave without the title or the car. Don't do it. That's how you can get scammed, because they can later on say, hey, these people stole my car, and then you could get in big trouble. But then you can show the police that, hey, we bought it. It was on Craigslist and everything. My husband handed the $1,200 to this guy, and then we was talking and he acted like he was getting the paperwork and whatnot, and he's like, oh, I need to get gas. So he left without money to get gas. So we were sitting there for a good 15 minutes thinking, what's going on? Why isn't he back then? Then the real owner of the car lots came in. And he's like, so, are you going to buy the car? I was like, yeah, we already handed him the money. We are waiting on him. He said, oh, no, you should never have done that. And he acted like he didn't know what was going on. So we called the police, and the police was no help. These Dayton police, no help at all. And I needed to be somewhere in like 5 minutes. You know, it was just crazy. So the police came. And he's like, it's no use in filing a report because it's just like finding a needle in a haystack. You won't find him. Because we didn't have his picture and whatnot. And we just left because he told us there was no point. The next day, I was like, no, you know what? This is bull. No, it was like a week later, maybe. It was a day after we got married when we finally filed the police report. And then they said, well, and the police on call said you guys didn't want to file. I said, no, that's not it. He said we shouldn't file because it was like finding a needle in a haystack, and he advised us not to. But so we filed, and then they called me in. They called us in like a couple weeks later. But anyways, I found him in the lineup. So we end up taking him to court. Well, I didn't personally. The state, the district attorney or whoever, they took him to court. I wasn't able to go to court to identify him and tell them my story because I was in El Paso, Texas. So I moved a month later after I got married, and I moved to El Paso, Texas, so I couldn't drive 26 hours away to go to court. But they did prosecute him, and he was supposed to pay me my money back, which it never happened. We did find the guy. He's still on the run. He has warrants out on him right now. What really happened was I got $5 out of this bum. So it was like a slap in the face and all this hassle and everything. But looking back, I was so stupid and naive. Never hand someone money without filling out paperwork. Never, ever do that. And if you are selling something and someone buying stuff from you, always check the money. Check in the line. Even though if it offends someone, you could be like, I don't know you and I don't trust you. Because we just sold a TV like a couple weeks ago to this nice man. His TV broke and we had an extra TV. That was my bedroom TV, but my husband wanted this one in the bedroom. So this TV was just sitting around and aging and losing value. So it was like a 70-inch TV, and so we decided to sell it for $600. So this man came like late at night, like 9:30. And he handed my husband $600. And we was like, do you want to check the TV out? Do you want to turn it on so you can see if it works and everything? He's like, no, I trust you. And then my husband's like, well, I'm gonna check this money. He said, well, it's all about trust, man. And he's like, yeah, but I really don't know you. So he did check it, and I checked it when he like walked out the door carrying the TV with my husband. I'm like, okay, it's fine. But you can't just trust anyone you see. Like, people will scam you, people will rob you, people will tell you sad stories, and just don't trust people. Eventually, my husband, like, after I got robbed a couple days later, we did go to a car dealership, and my husband did buy me a car. It wasn't a fancy car, but it was a car, you know, so I could get back and forth to work. And it was like a 2001 Sunfire or something like that. It was like $5,000, $6,000 he paid after, like, it was a couple days before we got married. Thanks for watching, and have a crazy, wonderful life. If you liked my story, please click the like button. If you didn't, just give me the thumbs down. But anyways, leave a comment. Tell me if you ever got scammed, if you ever got robbed, how much. What did the court system do for you? Because they didn't do anything for me. And how much did you get robbed? That's my husband, so bye!